Hello and welcome again to another episode of Thug Nation, where we talk about everything worldwide, United States, you name it, anything that's making the news. We talk about it to try to give you the true perspective, the truth, what's really going on. I don't give you watered down knowledge. I try to give you thoughtful knowledge that you can use, knowledge that you can go and you can research. Right now, we have issues with the United States as far as ABC, NBC, Fox News, different news organizations basically giving you watered down news or not leaving everything in the news. Now, the United States has an issue now, or United States government, not the people, with Syria. We want to go and we want to free Syrian people. It's ironic that we want to go to these other nations and free them, but we are in a virtual police state at this time. We are being monitored and everything else under the sun at this time in the United States. But I digress. Going back to Syria. The Syrian information that we're receiving is not totally accurate. Now, if you recall back, there's a senator named John McCain. John McCain went over to Syria to sit down with Al-Qaeda to try to figure out a way that we could overthrow the government. Now, let me back this up again. The same Al-Qaeda that supposedly is causing terrorist acts worldwide, the same Al-Qaeda that supposedly brought down 9/11, the same Al-Qaeda that they're using to terrorize us in the United States, the same Al-Qaeda that causes TSA, the same Al-Qaeda that the Department of Homeland Security is supposedly arming up for, the same Al-Qaeda you want to give money to, the same Al-Qaeda that supposedly caused issues in Benghazi with the ambassador. This Al-Qaeda. Now, there are two factions in Syria. There's Al-Nusra and Al-Qaeda. Al-Nusra is crazy too. Then you got Al-Qaeda. Then you have Assad. Now, if I had to choose an evil, I would choose Assad. Right now, that country is tolerant of different religions. Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, they are not. And if we allow either one of these people to take charge, they will basically kill off Christians and other religions over there, and that's not going to be a good thing. The best thing to do at this point would be just to leave Syria alone. Assad is doing what Assad needs to do. He's handling them. He's dealing with it. Now, the UN inspectors supposedly come over there to check and see if they're using chemical weapons. Now, the United States says, well, hey, you know what? If we find out that you're using chemical weapons, we're going to have to do something about it. That's going to be the red line that's going to be crossed. Well, the thing that people don't understand is that the United States has done some hellish things on this earth. And if you think that we didn't have a part or a piece of setting those nerve agents off, then I got some land in Louisiana in the middle of a swamp I need to sell you at premium prices. We may not have directly done it, but I guarantee you we did everything else under the sun to support it. A lot of people don't understand in Syria that you have Russian Spetsnaz over there supporting Syria. A lot of people don't understand that Iran is supporting Syria. A lot of people don't understand that if we get into an armed conflict with these people, that you're pitting the United States soldiers directly against another superpower. And if this occurs, we could be looking at all types of options as far as World War III goes. You're not just attacking one country. You're attacking many countries. There's a video back a couple years ago where there was a general named Wesley Clark. And Wesley Clark, he went down a list of countries that the United States was going to have an Arab Spring in. We came up with the Arab Spring. We decided we were going to have regime changes. Well, you got to understand, some of these other countries are watching. Russia has been saying that, hey, it wasn't Syria, the government of Syria, that caused nerve agents. It wasn't Syria. Russia's been saying this. They're saying the polar opposite of what the United States is saying. And they're also saying, hey, guess what? We're supporting Syria. So the United States may have a red line, but I think Russia and Iran have a red line too. We can't get it right here in the United States, but we're trying to go every place else and get it right. Our foreign policy. We need to have a domestic policy and get it right over here. We have a mess in the United States, and we aren't doing anything about it. We're going to Syria to worry about their mess. See, the ironic part about this is that the same thing were occurring in the United States. They would deal with it the same way Assad is dealing with it. They would crack down. They would do everything else under the sun. If I had a militia and I was up in Montana, Idaho, Georgia, Arizona, wherever, and I said, United States, we want regime change, and we tried to do something like that, the United States would come down on me so hard, it'd be ridiculous. But when it occurs in another country and it's to the benefit of the United States, then they're all for it. That's our foreign policy. Or when money's involved, because money is the root of everything when it comes to the United States and some of our partners, because that's what this is about. We have no options in Syria. There are no good factions over there, but that's their way of life, and we need to respect their way of life. If they need to fight it out, let them fight it out. We're spending money on wars when we don't have any money. We're borrowing money to go warring. We don't have money for schools, roads, infrastructure, but we have money to go fight overseas. Money for wars and can't feed the poor. I believe a famous rapper Tupac said that. It's amazing the things that we're doing in Syria right now. The things that we did in Libya. The things that we did in Iraq. Part of the things we did in Tunisia. Some of the things we did in these other countries, South American countries. The United States has done these things. We used to be the beacon of the world. But now we're the dark force of the world. Being American used to mean something. But it doesn't mean it anymore. American money was a standard. It's not the standard anymore. When they seen American warships coming, they knew that, hey, guess what? The cavalry has arrived to help. But now you're realizing the cavalry's here to hurt. See, this whole entire broadcast, Thug Nation, it's been something that's been brewing inside of me for years. And so now I'm speaking out because truly, indeed, I live in a thug nation. Thugs don't wear baseball caps, Timberlands, saggy jeans. Thugs wear suits. Thugs work in banks. Thugs work in brokerages. Thugs work in the government. Those are the real thugs. And when people start realizing that, guess what? Your ideology of what a thug is wrong, then maybe we can start changing some things. Because truly, the United States is the thug nation of the world. Edward Snowden is over in Russia trying to get away from the United States because he spoke the truth. See, the truth defends itself. The truth defends itself. And right now we are in a thug nation. And again, I challenge anybody, look up the facts on what I've said in this broadcast. Study it for yourself. If you read the Bible, it says, study to show thyself approved. Well, show yourself approved, people. Whether you're black, white, whatever your religion is, study to show yourself approved. The word says our people perish for lack of knowledge. Well, you're getting knowledge here on this broadcast. It's not the only broadcast out there. There are other broadcasts that are out there. But people need to open your eyes and listen. Stop partying for a minute. Understand what's going on in our nation. We are at a crucial time right now. This is Ed Walters signing out for Thug Nation. TheThugNation.com.